Hello there, Gemini, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we're doing your mid-January reading. This will be good from mid-January till just about Valentine's Day. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll go to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. Okay, so let's get into your reading. We're going to start with the animal spirit. Buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide. You know, Gemini, you've been getting this sense that there is abundance of joy, of love, of happiness on the way, but it's as if something is holding it back or delaying it. And I'm really getting this sense, the buffalo is so determined. It's kind of like, all the time and energy that you're putting into either your work, your career, relationships. It's as if in this next month, things are really going to start stampeding your way. It's this energy of it's finally coming in. The buffalo doesn't let any obstacle stop them, right? I mean, the buffalo will just stampede over any obstacle. And I feel that you have that determination, but it's also this energy of, the universe really having your back, propelling you into this energy of, nothing's stopping me now, and bringing in, the buffalo is an extremely spiritual animal because the hooves are very grounded. They turn up the earth. And then the buffalo is always looking to the broad sky. So it's an energy of moving forward, knowing the direction that you're going in, and also being on a spiritual path, relishing what you are going through at this time. Look at this milestone. Yeah, this is definitely whatever it is that you have been putting your time and energy and love into, whether it is a new business that you've started, a relationship, even, things that you want to do for yourself, like self-care, with the new year, perhaps, some new self-care rituals, spiritual rituals that you've started. It's this energy of you are really starting to gain the benefits of that. It's the Wheel of Fortune energy. The blessings will be coming in for you. So let's take a look at the tarot and see what we have. Okay, here you are. This is your present energy. 9 of Pentacles. Independent, free-spirited, working, choosing what you're going to work on. Not because of external factors of what other people want you to work on. Gemini, you had that reading. Was it just last week? It was your weekly reading about the caged bird, allowing yourself to come out from this caged bird energy, realizing that you kind of put yourself in the cage when you were trying to please others. I'm getting this, free spirit, willing to kind of roam. Find yourself, find your niche, be who you truly are, stepping into this energy of not wanting to please others as much, or, sometimes we have to, we have family obligations or, certain financial burdens that do kind of, guide the direction that we have to go in. But this is kind of like really deciding I'm making choices in my life that are good for me. Putting myself first, putting my financial stability first, putting my life first. And the 9 of Pentacles is that single lady energy. It does not matter. Gender doesn't matter. But just being independent, working on your independence. Even if you're in a committed relationship, trying to gain a little bit more independence for yourself. And, just experimenting with things that you have been interested in, perhaps new hobbies or a side business that you've been wanting to start. Not so concentrated perhaps on love, really concentrating on loving yourself, your life, your career, your money, your finances. Really nice energy to start off with. So let's see what this is your resistance or your obstacle. So it's the Five of Wands energy. The Five of Wands is that internal conflict. You could have been in this energy of being that caged bird, right? Being in a cage, allowing external forces to kind of determine what path you're taking. Where the buffalo doesn't even have a path. The buffalo just goes, right? And it's this energy of, you coming into realizing that you may have allowed external conflicts to determine your path, or determine the choices that you have made. But this is a sense, I'm getting a true sense with this buffalo that you're kind of like, no, I'm not listening to that anymore. And for some of you, you may even feel a little guilt or shame, or you could be receiving feelings of guilt and shame from those people that are around you, because you're like, no, I'm changing it. I'm not going to be a caged bird anymore. I'm going in the direction of being a buffalo. I'm going for those things that make me happy, bring me financial stability, make my life. It's like really choosing to live your life the way you want to live it. And then having these external forces that are really kind of like, well, wait a minute, you can't change the storyline now. We're used to you, Gemini, taking care of us, or helping with our burdens, and it's kind of like, no, I got to go do this. I got to go do this for myself. And there could be some kind of conflict in some of your relationships because you are wanting more independence and freedom. So yeah, here's your advice, Three of Swords. We're going to clarify this, but I feel like this is Spirit just saying there are perhaps people around you that are going to be sad because you're no longer filling this role of trying to please them, making choices that are also good for them. You're kind of like, I'm making choices that are good for me. And it's not in a selfish way, Gemini. It's in this sense of knowing that you have for a very long time been making choices based on what is good for other people or what other people want from you, right? And it's this energy of, no, I'm going in my own direction. And this has been your energy for all of January, just kind of stepping into this independent and free kind of spirit. Like, I have got to go live my life. I have to discover who I am. I have to discover my purpose. This is something I am called to do. And with the Three of Swords here, I don't feel like this is quite your energy. It's the energy of the people around you. But sometimes when the people around us are feeling, pushing back, right? When we make a big decision to perhaps try to build some more independence in our life or make changes that are good for us. This is that energy of people pushing back and then perhaps making you feel, right, that you're breaking their heart. But it is, once again, I feel, Seven of Swords. I'm getting the message that this is you. You have been holding back for a very long time, trying to please those people around you. And it's kind of like you're recognizing that. You're recognizing, you know what, I've been holding back on what I've wanted to do for a very long time. Because I feel like I have to fill this role, whether that's as a parent, as a child, as a worker, as a member of society or your community. You have felt very much like you had to fill these roles. And that really strongly came out in that reading, and I think it was for I think it was your weekly reading. So I will link that to the end of this video because I really feel that this reading is tying into that energy of I have to get out of this cage. Yeah, Seven of Wands and Seven of Swords on the cut. And, that's very spiritual. I feel like you are making choices in your life to go down a more spiritual path. And especially with the buffalo here. Once again, very spiritual animal. Knowing that this path may take you away from some people or relationships in your life, that it may be difficult to, sever those ties, but it's it's you're recognizing that these are toxic relationships, right? Because you're giving so much to these relationships, but you're not getting as much back from them. And so it's time to go in this other direction. Yeah, Six of Swords. This is the outcome. It's like I'm moving on. I have to move on, and I have to find what is good for me. I have to move on. Yeah, Seven of Wands again on the bottom. You know, it coming out of the cage, coming out of the cage. Realizing this cage has just held you for so long. It is time to move forward. And the Six of Swords is sometimes, you know, a conversation that you have to have in order to be able to move on. It's also a sense of you may not yet see, or the people that you're dealing with may not yet see the silver lining of this dark cloud, but that you know there's going to be a silver lining. You may not see it yet. Okay, but you intuitively know that by taking this change, making this change, going in this new direction, that there will be silver linings, and you're looking forward to that. So, you know, if you're not quite sure what direction you're going in Gemini, but you just know, you're like the buffalo. I have to go roam. It says, I have to go roam the plains. I just have to get out there. I have to go see what's out there. And, you know, sure, I don't know what the clear path is, just like the buffalo doesn't. The buffalo just runs, right? It's kind of like, okay, I just have to go out there and just see what's out there. And knowing that if you keep connected to your intuition, to your spirit guides, to your angels, that they will help you with the direction that you're supposed to go in. Really nice, very spiritual, and yet even though it seems like you may not know exactly where you're going with the buffalo, I get this very grounded energy. It's kind of like, it's not like you're flying away or you're fleeing a situation, right? You're really not. What you're doing is you're going out because you know that there's something better for you. That this is something you have to do for yourself. And, you know, I don't think that you're really closing any doors to any relationship. Some of you might, but I feel like it's more like, I have to do this for me. It's not a sense of, I want you, all you people out of my life. It's more a sense, I have to go do this for me. And if you can't understand, I'm sorry. You know, but this is for me. Okay, so let's clarify. Oh my gosh. I'm getting goosebumps. Yeah, you're discontented with your life. You're sitting there and, you know, the 3 cups that have spilled are situations that have occurred perhaps over the last 3 to 10 years. I'm kind of getting here over a course of time. There have been relationships that have ended. There are jobs that may have ended, careers that may have ended. It hasn't been an easy road. And yet you keep pulling yourself up by the bootstraps and going on. And it's kind of like, how many more cups do I have to lose? And yet at the same time, I feel like you're in this situation where it's kind of like, I've lost so much. Who cares? I've got to go on a new path here because I'm not happy where I am. And I've lost so much in the past. I only have 4 cups anyway. So what if I lose another one? But this cup right here is, look, it has a hand. Bringing it in. It's the universe bringing in this opportunity for you. An opportunity for you to step into your independent and free spirit of, going ahead and going into this buffalo spirit, knowing that it's time to move forward. 10 of Cups. For some of you, you may not know exactly what your 10 of Cups is. And this came out in that other reading about that you had spent so much of your last 3 to 10 years, and I'm saying 10 because the buffalo has a 10 there. It's just this energy of you have spent so much of your time, trying to make other people happy, fulfilling a role that they wanted you to fill. They've kind of kept you in this cage. For some of you, this could be a marriage, that has kind of kept you in a cage. Um, it's so funny that they just gave me, and I'm trying to think of the exact. It's that Cyndi Lauper song. Um, oh, Colors. Uh, no, it's Girls Just Want to Have Fun, right? And in there, there's a lyric, something about, some people want to take a girl and put her away, right? And not let her sun shine for others, something like that. And it's kind of like, I feel like you haven't been allowed to shine your light. The message I'm getting is, and please go look up those lyrics. There's something about you've been put away in this cage for a long time. Um, and the cage is representing the roles that you have been playing, the burdens you have been carrying, the people pleasing you have been doing. And this could come from a belief system from childhood, that those were the roles that you were supposed to play. But you have the Ace of Wands. You're stepping into this energy of, wait a minute, I can beat my own drum. I can go in my own path. I don't have to follow this path that has been kind of laid out for me for some time. It's as if you're being awakened to the fact that you have so much light to share. And that's what keeps coming back to me with those song lyrics. Something about light. You haven't been able to shine your light because of the roles of the situations. And it's time to step out of this cage. It's time to step out of those roles, even if there's people in your life that are not going to like it, because you have a light to shine. It's almost as if the people in your life, you've been playing this role for so long that they don't even see your light. So it's kind of like it's time to come out of this cage and allow the light, your light, to shine for the world. And look at this. It's going to bring you happiness. You're going in a new direction to try to find balance in your life. And I love that with the buffalo. Very spiritually balanced and happiness. Like, you have to go on this new path. You have to perhaps be independent and free for a while. You may realize that this could be a little bit of a financial struggle, but at the same time, you know that your work is also going to be tied to your purpose. For the very first time, you may be stepping into this energy of recognizing what your purpose is and making choices to work more closely in alignment with your soul path, which in some ways is going to perhaps be somewhat at first a financial burden to you, right? Something that you may have to work on. But look, the message I'm getting is it's going to balance out. It's going to be okay. The universe has your back. Remember that when the fool takes the plunge and jumps off the cliff, the fool doesn't know the whole path, right? The fool does not know how it's going to all go, but also realizes that the universe has her back, that the universe is going to be there, is going to provide what is necessary in order to bring this balance into your life. So at first you may not know exactly where you're going, but it's bringing you in, the abundant universe will provide. That's what it says on the buffalo spirit. The abundant universe will provide. And it's not just in money. It is also in happiness. I feel like for a lot of you, you're coming out of this realization knowing that you're just not truly happy. You're in that Four Cups energy, that discontented energy, waiting for something to make you happy. And now you're kind of like, I can't wait anymore. I have got to put myself, I have to become the buffalo. I have to take action and I have to start stampeding over obstacles. Okay, so let's take a look. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles on the bottom once again. That independent and free energy. So this is your area of resistance. I feel like for a lot of you, you are kind of, there has been an ending that has brought a lot of internal conflict, a lot of external conflict, but there's this energy of you knowing you have to shine your star, that you have to put yourself out there. That you're ready to go and do the healing, but there's this energy of some ending, perhaps in the past, or perhaps you're worried about something ending because we have the Nine of Swords, but you're concerned about ending, of a difficult ending, and it's holding you back. So you have this energy of, I want to go shine my star, and then at the same time, but it's going to bring in some painful endings. And so it's kind of this sense, this is your obstacle. This is what the buffalo needs to kind of stampede over. You have this internal conflict, but the internal conflict is really, it's really being driven by external forces of this sense that you have to please other people, that you have to follow a path that they expect you to follow, that you have to do things in a certain way. And I feel like you're kind of like pushing for this independent energy, wanting to go on a new path. And the people in your life, once again, are just, they're causing all of this pain. They're causing a lot of shame and guilt is what I'm, feeling. Shame and guilt. How could you do this to us, Gemini? How could you leave us? That could be your employer saying, how could you leave us? You're so important to this company. It could be your family. It could be friend relationships. It could be, a marriage. It could be a long-term committed relationship. It's just people in your life that are like making you feel as if you are hurting them. But the truth of the matter is that by staying here in place, in the role that they have provided for you, right, in this cage, then what's happening is that your heart is broken. It's kind of like the universe is saying, okay, do you want the broken heart? Or are you willing to walk away from all of this? Your broken heart, your heart is breaking really because you're not getting the support from these people that you want. Right? They're making you feel guilty for wanting to go in a different direction, of doing something for yourself. This is a big milestone. Remember that. This is a huge, it's event is up at the top, and it's also the number 6. We're in a 6 year. 6 is also your number, Gemini, because of the Lovers card. The Lovers is your card. Yeah, just so much resistance. I feel as if, this is your advice from Spirit. This is recognize that you're going to have to deal with this energy, but also recognize that by dealing with this energy, you're reaching a milestone, because this could be the very first time in your life, Gemini, that you have ever made a choice because it's something you want instead of something that other people want for you. I mean, it could be the very first time, because we have the milestone. It's as if you're finally putting your foot down. You're putting your hoof down into the earth and you're saying, no more. No more. I have got to go do this. I have got to come out of this cage and I need to shine my light. The universe is calling you because there is this energy, especially with, some of the astrological things that are happening. Pluto is going retrograde in the United States. That we have, Uranus, Venus, Mercury retrogrades. It's kind of like you're getting this sense of, oh my gosh, I have been following the rules my entire life, because we have the Hierophant here. I have been following the rules my entire life, and these rules were made up by other people, and they've put me in this cage. But I can't shine my light when I'm in this cage. And it's about stepping out of that cage, knowing that you have to move on, and that there will be there is going to, It's like this is the Six of Swords. It's a black cloud at the moment. But you also recognize that there will be silver linings. That this could be a little difficult. Making this first initial stampede, right? Getting the stampede started. It could be a little difficult. People are going to, be kind of pushing back on you. And I feel like that's what the universe just wants you to know. That this is kind of part of the process. That, the energies that you are being sent by the people that are around you are only because what they're trying to do is to keep you in the cage, keep you in the role that they have you in. And so it's about taking a good look at that and understanding that by staying in the cage, you're not really fulfilling your spiritual purpose, your soul's purpose, why you are here. And that once you go out into the universe, out of the cage, that the universe will provide for you. Things will work out. Things will work out. Okay, so let's see what we have with the Six of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Page of Swords. Three of Cups. Six of Pentacles. Okay. Gemini. This is the message that I'm getting. This is what you may be experiencing right now as you're starting to open up about the changes that you want to make with the people in your life. You may even be experiencing this within you. Like, who do I think I am to try to get out of this cage, to go live this life that I need to live? This is painful energy. This is a lot of anxiety, a lot of heartbreak. Having to work through this, though, is part of your soul's purpose, because you will quickly move from that energy into this. Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, the Ace of Cups. When you choose to love yourself, Ace of Cups is loving yourself. When you choose to love yourself, the universe will definitely provide for you. You're making a choice to love yourself and to go into this direction of building a new life for yourself with the Empress card and the Queen of Pentacles. You're building either a new business, but definitely a new life. It's almost like the Phoenix Rising energy. It's like stepping into who you really are. The Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. This is beautiful, grounded energy. Some people may be saying to you, what are you doing? Have you gone nuts? What are you doing? You're going off in this new direction or something? But look at this energy. It's because you're loving yourself. You're putting yourself first instead of providing support for all these other people. You're providing all of that time and energy that you've given to other people. You're finally putting it in yourself. And when you do that, look at this. The Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. Like, you can't get any better than that, Gemini. It's like the universe will provide. You're moving on. This is your silver lining. This is your silver lining. It's as if you don't see it right now, but you may be feeling it. You may intuitively know it will work out. I feel like some of you may have a lot of anxiety right now. And taking a look at, asking yourself, why am I so anxious? What is it that I'm anxious about? And I think for a lot of you, you're just anxious about hurting the feelings of other people. But once again, the message is, well, how about your feelings? How do you feel, Gemini? If you don't go do this, how will you feel? Yes. Okay, so you will only see the way by making the way. Oh my gosh. This is such a great card. I love this card. And it's an 11 card. It's 38, so 3 plus 8 is an 11. It's a master number. You will only see the way by making the way. This is the buffalo. Just going, okay, I'm moving on, right? I am moving on. The buffalo doesn't always have, it's really hard to say this, Gemini, but the buffalo doesn't always have the exact plan, right? And Gemini, you are so creative. You're very creative. You can always land on your feet. And it's almost as if you just have to believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself and you believe in the universe and you just know that this is going to work out, it's almost as if you finally see the way. And it's funny because he's holding like an ace of wands there, right? And you have the ace of wands. You're holding this wand. You're beating your own drum. You're going on your own adventure on this new path, just knowing that this is the way to go. And once again, you may not know exactly where this path is going or exactly what you're going to do on this path, right? It's just realizing I will see the next step. As soon as I take a step, I know the universe will provide the next step. Really nice. Okay, so let's pull your soul truth card. Am I consistently showing up? I love this card. Some trade their dreams for comfort, yet comfort is the enemy of progress. And I want to say that being in this cage is the enemy of progress, right? Sometimes we trade our dreams for the comfort of being in this cage, right? If you're in a marriage and there's a lot of, financial security because you're in this marriage, or if you're in a job, there's a lot of financial security, right? Being in this cage. We allow ourselves to stay in a cage when we're really getting some emotional, right? If you will, kind of payback from it. And sometimes that is based on financial security, because it does seem like that's the thing that's kind of holding you back here. So success requires showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, and even when it feels uncomfortable. It takes guts and an endless vision to stay consistent to your dream. Journal where you can be more consistent in your life in alignment with your soulful goals, and then show up. And Gemini, right now you may feel, well, there's a lot of areas that I am not consistently showing up. So just choose one. You don't have to choose everything in your life, right? Just choose one and just say, okay, I'm going to consistently show up every single day for this one goal, and just make it a small goal. Like, you don't have to change your whole life overnight. You can change one small part of it at a time. And sometimes I know that can be very overwhelming when we just jump off the cliff, right? But you can kind of like jump off the cliff and yet still kind of have this underlying energy of, okay, I'm going to take it one day at a time and I'm going to put my best effort into it. Well, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. You have had some really incredible readings lately. I hope you resonated with this message. And if you did, please consider liking or commenting or subscribing. And I wish you so much love and light in this situation and all your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.